Hey there, and welcome back to Module 6. This is Lorraine Beato with Flip the Switch. And in this module, we're going to talk about how to grow your client base and your business. Now that you're a realtor and you're a realtor that invests and you're a realtor that works with real estate investors, how do you grow that? How do you grow your business? Well, first of all, congratulations. You now know enough to start adding investor clients to your database. You have the knowledge, they know you're out there, you know they're out there, and start networking and adding them to your client base. Second, you can now truly help buyers and sellers from the retail side of business as well. You can offer solutions to sellers who, by making some small updates or some small upgrades in their home, you know they'll get the biggest bang for your buck. As I mentioned in one of the other modules, a lot of times people think that a little fix is actually really expensive. Now that you have some investing experience under your belt, you know what's a big deal and what's not. And that's one of the things I do now when I go on a listing presentation. I'll make suggestions to a seller, and we usually get top dollar for their property. Not only that, take it and flip the switch. How many of us have been out there with buyers? We look at house to house to house. There is no perfect home. We know there's no perfect home. How great is it now to be able to go into a property and let them know, oh, you want to redo the hardwood floors? No problem. That'll probably cost you X number of dollars. Or if we change the paint colors, it'll look a little bit different. Or if you change the countertops, or if you move some walls. Of course, you have to be within your client's budget. But a lot of times your typical retail buyer and seller just can't see. They don't have the vision. So how great is it to now be able to go in there and say, hey, with just a few tweaks, you'll be in your dream home. Some of the other things, third, what are some of the other benefits of working with investors? If you truly become really good at what you do, they will refer you to other investors. They're a pretty tight-knit bunch. Once the word gets out that you know what you're doing, they'll refer you to someone else. You'll also have the opportunity at that point to possibly joint venture on some other deals. Sometimes the deals are just too big. As I mentioned earlier, I have a client that I helped with a 92-unit apartment complex. He had never bought an apartment complex. I had never bought an apartment complex, but we were able to joint venture and I got a little bit of equity. So there you go. Next, you become a true consultant. You're now a true consultant and an integral part of the investor's team. You are part of their trusted advisors. And lastly, you'll now have the opportunity to partner and work with new investors. You know, you see it all over TV. There are all the DIY shows and HGTV shows, and fix and flip is where it's at, or investing. There's a lot of new people jumping into the market. Some of them have a good bit of cash, they just don't know where to start and they don't know what to do. So you now have the opportunity to not only help them buy something, but then potentially or definitely list the project on the back end. You now have a new source of commission checks, because at the end of the day, that's mostly how most of us live, and you've just generated additional income. So to recap Module 6, how to grow your client base and business. You now know enough to start adding investors to your client base. You can now truly help what I call retail buyers and sellers by being able to think outside the box and offer solutions that maybe weren't there otherwise. You have the snowball benefits of working with investors by getting referred to other investors. You have the opportunity to joint venture on larger deals. You truly become a trusted advisor and a consultant for that investor. They also have family and friends that they'll refer you to buy and sell. And lastly, you have the opportunity to partner with new investors, get out there, teach them, and have an additional potential source of income if they buy something that's on the MLS and then by putting that property on the market. So again, this is Lorraine Beato with Flip the Switch. I hope you're enjoying this series, and keep an eye out for my book, Flip the Switch, From Real Estate Agent to Real Estate Investor. See you soon.